We're here at Rocky Bar Gap. It's 16th night. So we're very close to the end now, and that was painfully obvious today because we finished at Mt Sonder, and Mt Sonder is a massive mountain that we had views of for most of the day today. So I've been thinking about the end a little bit. I really enjoyed the day anyway. It was a pretty cruisy day. We walked about, I was a bit over 13 k's, and it was a lot cooler today, which was blissful. I almost had forgotten how hard it was walking through the heat, just pouring with sweat. It was actually quite pleasant in the cool and the breeze, so that was lovely. Yeah, so I'm about to set up camp here at Rocky Bar with the mozzie net, and each time we've set up the mozzie net on the walk, we've done it a different way, between stringing it up between trees or between poles or between sticks that we've jammed into the ground. And this 16th night I've finally found what we've been after the whole time. This perfect tree right over the top of a nice flat sandy bottom that I can just hang the net from, bring it out, done. So hopefully I will get it right, because this is the last time I'll be pitching it. Stu will do it tomorrow, and that's the end in terms of our sleeping under the mozzie net, which is a shame because I'm just starting to enjoy it.
This morning we woke at around about 5:45 with a group of about 4 dingoes trying to get into our packs, which kept us pretty entertained for about 15 minutes. So extremely close to the campsite, and they only eventually left once we started flashing a torchlight in front of their eyes. So that was quite a good way to start the morning. And this morning's walk was a really interesting walk, and quite a simple walk. It was 12 kilometres along probably the flattest section of the whole trail. So we got into Red Bank Gorge just after noon, and it's a funny feeling because that's where the walk ends, but we're not actually finished. To finish the walk we still have to climb up Mt Sonder tomorrow. But nonetheless, we spent the afternoon and another beautiful day up by the gorge, and had a bit of a dip and just relaxed and played a few games, and now we're just about to make camp in the dry riverbed, which is should be a really lovely evening again, and hopefully no more close encounters with dingoes. So we'll see how we go.
Well, it was a very windy, cold morning this morning for our trek up to Mt Sonder. It was so cold, in fact, that our hands went numb, which is a very unusual sensation given that we've had so much heat on this walk. Anyway, so we are now at the Mt Sonder lookout, which signifies the end of our walk, and signifies the end of our 223 kilometre trip from Alice Springs. So we're being rewarded with some absolutely spectacular views, and we are enjoying it very much before we have to walk back down to the Red Bank Gorge car park to be picked up to finish. So, feeling great.
Well, we've pretty much just finished the Larapinta Trail. It took us 17 nights and 18 days, and I think for us that was absolutely perfect. We found out along the way that some people were doing it in 15 days or in 12 days, and some people have done it even less, in 6 days. But the track itself is so diverse. There's like valleys and mountains and gorges and plains, that it offers such a diversity in what to see each day with the landscape that it would almost be a shame not to take you know, much longer actually. And with that comes each day, it was a great way to explore the new environments. With firstly, there was lots of animals around, everything from rock wallabies, kangaroos, dingoes, to little geckos and spiders and frogs, and so there was lots of things to see. And also each environment offered great new wildflowers each day. I think we saw new wildflowers, at least 1 up to 4 different varieties and types. So, but it's a landscape that if you take your time and relax, you really do, and sit down just for a few minutes, and you really do get to see a lot of that, the wildlife go by, and all the birds and things like that. So it does take a long, I think it's a great way if you do take a long time to do it, to see this country and what it has to offer right in the middle of Australia. It's just a great walk, and it was a really relaxing walk, and a really nice and easy walk as well, and we would do it again for sure. It was just an absolute pleasure to do it, and finally it was really good to do it with my best friend and partner Jen, and we just had a great time together.
Well, this is it. This is the end of the walking. And it's probably just as well, because I've got no rubber left on the bottom of my shoes. I've left a trail of it all the way back to Alice Springs. But it's been great. I think if someone handed me a new pair of boots right now and a couple of weeks worth of food, I'd probably be quite happy to turn around and walk all the way back to Alice Springs, just because it's been such a beautiful walk. I've really enjoyed it. We've walked through some absolutely beautiful countryside, and exploring that has been a real pleasure. It's a place that I think you can feel at home really easily in, and that's been enjoyable. And we've had beautiful nights, sleeping out under the stars, listening to the dingoes and the owls, and watching the moon grow to full and sink to half again. It's been really special. So yeah, it's just been a real pleasure. It's been a pleasure doing this walk with Stu. As always, he makes everything always fun. And it's been also fun bumping into some other people along the way. It's kind of surreal too, though, when you haven't seen anyone for say 5 days, and you pop into one of the gorges and suddenly there's a tourist coach there and a kiosk. So there's been a lot of contrasts, which I guess has also added to just the fullness and wonderfulness that's made this trip what it is, which was just fantastic. So yeah, thoroughly enjoyed it. Very happy.